What's up, fellas?
What's going on, bro?
Good evening.
What's up? It's good to see you.
Hey,
good to have you back in here. It's good to meet you, Gerald.
nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, man. And like I said, when I brought you guys in, you're matching.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
It was unintentional, but
I like the merch.
Unintentional. It's the greatest, man.
Is that
I got to support my boy.
No snivel.
Yeah, this is Matt Marquez's company. We did a collab. So
Oh, sick. Okay. Is he's a mouth breather? Is that why?
I don't know, man. He's like a Neanderthal for real. That's why this is his logo.
Yeah,
so.
I've seen him on your stories, dude. He's a fucking monster.
He's hardcore, dude. Like to the max.
But I'm sure we'll talk about a whole bunch. But the reason why I wanted to get this podcast together is because I know fucking nothing about jiu-jitsu. And I tried to do it with another buddy of mine. That's a comic here in town, but he ended up having to pick up some jobs, which I get. Because I think he's been into jiu-jitsu for fucking years. But how long have you guys been practicing respectively?
For me, I've been at it for about 14 years.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. So dues are being paid on the mats.
Damn, and then you got into it 3 years ago?
Yeah, almost 3 years now. December will be 3 years.
You've been doing a lot of cool shit.
I've been trying to.
Yeah, man, this guy's on a tear. Seriously.
I've been trying to, man. But it's fun. It's
like a Chinese kid in a sweatshop just folding everybody, dude. That's all.
It's great, man. It's a good feeling. It's changed.
So how old are you now?
I'm 35.
Okay, so you've been doing jiu-jitsu since you were about 20?
Yes, 21.
21? Okay, what got you started in the first place?
You know, honestly, I grew up in a very sheltered. I grew up very sheltered. However, I've always had this fight in me. Like I've always been intrigued with like martial arts movies and everything.
What'd you grow up watching?
Man, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, it's the typical martial arts movies that you typically have, right? Jean-Claude Van Damme was always one of the standout guys out there. You know, you got Bloodsport, kickboxer, and I was always so intrigued. I was just like, man, this guy's awesome. I want to be just like this guy. But you never really thought of like the ground aspect and everything. You know, like people just, you know, they get knocked down and then they just get back up, and then like that's when you start fighting again. However, what really intrigued me into jiu-jitsu were the Diaz brothers. I'm from Stockton, California. I don't personally know them like that. However, it's where I'm from in Stockton. It's very rough, and coming from where those guys came from as well. Like I guess it just kind of bounced off onto me. So my brother actually went to high school with the Diaz brothers, one of the Diaz brothers. So. It was actually kind of cool to see them around.
That's cool. And so when did you move to New Mexico?
I got here in the beginning of 2023 by way of Guam. I've been in the military just as long as I've been practicing jiu-jitsu for about 14 years now. So, you know, wherever I went, I pretty much have taken jiu-jitsu with me. So I first started off with Carlson Gracie Guam, Professor Gabe Baker. Shout out to Professor Gabe Baker and Cliff Nedadog. They were the ones that pretty much got me started in my jiu-jitsu journey. So I'm very thankful for them. And then wherever I went, I'm now under Carlson Gracie lineage. First BJJ Carlson Gracie under Professor Carlau Santos. I've been with him since 2014, and
what belt do you hold now?
I'm currently a brown belt.
Good for you.
Under Professor Carlau. He's been with me ever since, and then right now I'm under the supervision of Professor Denelson Bichiliari.
Okay, and again, I'm ignorant to 99% of this world. So is it purple, brown, black? Or is it brown, purple, black?
You start off with white.
Yeah, right. You start out at white at the beginning, but is the as you scale up? Is it purple, brown, then black, or brown, purple, then black? Improvised Intelligence is sponsored by the amazing people over at Chopped Chili. If you've been a long time listener to the podcast, you know that this is my favorite brand of chili here in New Mexico. Pretty much put it on every meal that I can. They've got red chili, green chili. My personal favorite is this blend of the red and the green. I think this stuff is phenomenal. They also have frozen bags of green chili that you can order directly from their website at choppedchilico.com. You can also find them in stores around the state of New Mexico at Sprouts, Albertsons, Farmers Country Market, John Brooks, Keller's Farm Store, Lowe's Market. You can also find them in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Hobbs, Gallup, Tucumcari, and for all my friends in Texas, they are in El Paso. Again, choppedchilico.com. Go get yourself some amazing chili. Now back to the podcast.
Goes white, blue,
Okay.
purple, brown, and then black.
Okay.
And then after black, believe it or not, there are some other colors still. You have the coral belt, right? The coral belt, which is a black and red. And then you have the second coral belt, which is actually white and red. And then once you hit master, that's when it's a solid red. However, I don't know like how
many of those exist?
how many of those people exist right now. Currently, that's a lot. I don't know, maybe just like a handful, but
Yeah, it's not that many.
it's very rare because you've got to be practicing for at least over 50-ish years
Jeez.
to attain that belt. So
Imagine
it's
a
a
dude
journey,
stepping out of a wheelchair and just folding your ass.
crazy.
Oh shit.
Like that's insane. Gee, I mean, I just thought it would just went up to black belt and just the few degrees of black belt that you have, and that was kind of just like, God, I'm a dork for like max rank. You know what I mean?
That's what I thought too before I entered this world.
Like you prestiged out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's cool, man. And so, what I'm curious about too is as you're progressing through that ranking structure, I'd imagine it matters where you get your belt from and who like passes that on to you, like grants that to you. I don't know what the right term is, like bestows that to you, like tells you like, hey, you're a certified whatever belt you're gonna be. How, and this goes for both of you, how do you guys choose what schools to spend your time in?
Absolutely.
Because obviously there's like Gracie is the name of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. That's what that family founded the sport, right? Or the discipline.
The name, no. So like, what found the sport or like the actual ground aspect? It actually started in Japan.
Okay.
But that's another topic of discussion. But yeah, to answer your questions, I'll let Alex go first.
Well, so the Gracie family like pretty much put it on a platform, right?
Right.
Obviously UFC and all
They
that
brought
stuff.
it to the West and right.
Right, yeah, they popularized it pretty much. But yeah, the Gracie family lineage is just beyond crazy, man. Anywhere in the nation you go, there'll be a Gracie school, no matter what. And then you got Gracie Baja too.
Yes.
But yeah, we train under Carlson Gracie Academy. So it's the school you choose, like. Okay, so speaking from my perspective, the way I chose the school was I did research, right? I did research on background, all right? Who's teaching, professors, things like that. And at the time, they were at Cottonwood Mall. I don't know if you remember that. They were inside the mall.
Of course.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know how many years
You're right
they were
next
there.
to the Army recruiting station.
Yeah, across. They were across from them.
Hey, just sign the contract. We'll get you a couple free lessons.
Yeah.
You'll be good to fight the Taliban. Come on.
Yeah. No, but another factor was the support of military, law enforcement, and first responders, right? That was a huge one. So I saw that. I put it all together, did research for a couple days, and then I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go over here. And then I called around other schools too, and it just didn't feel right. I didn't even do any trial classes or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure that the one I did, the trial class, was the one I was going to choose going forth. So
Yeah.
I've been there since.
Because you don't want to, it's just like learning anything else in life. You don't want to be learning from the wrong people. Like you don't want to learn the wrong techniques, the wrong disciplines. If you fuck up your base form of anything, even with like weightlifting. I mean, when I was in high school, all I knew was bro science. That's all. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Now I have a fucked up knee, I have a fucked up shoulder. I just move forward, you know. But you, with anything you're trying to learn in life, any discipline, you learn the wrong foundation. You're just setting yourself up for failure, and then you have to unlearn Like, that's one of the things they teach in basic training is like they like teaching people who have never touched a gun before, because then they teach them the right way from the beginning. Or you have the guys that learn from their uncle or learn from their buddies and they have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
And you have to undo years and years and years of teaching, and especially if you're going to be spending, like, because I remember like years and years ago, I'd went and done a like a trial, like a free class with a buddy of mine that used to live here, that was doing jiu-jitsu. It was at a Gracie school. It was like it was down in the, I want to say it's like down in the valley, and I loved it. Like, it was a lot of fun. And I was like, so what are the prices for the classes? And they hit me with it, and I was like, oh, you guys don't pay rent.
Yeah.
It's fucking went home. But yeah, if you're gonna be spending a ton of money on it, you gotta be making the right investment. So you started a lot more recent. What got you into it in the first place?
So it was a deal, right, between my son and I. So he was so as a kid he did wrestling, he did soccer, he did taekwondo, and like respectively over the years, right, up until he hit like 8 years old, I think. And he was getting stagnated in taekwondo. I'm not going to say the school, but he didn't want to do it anymore. And I was like, okay, so I was like, you got to continue, right? You got to continue doing something. You got to continue to be productive and improve on something. You're not just going to sit at home on the fucking iPad, just shooting the shit, right?
It's rotting away.
Yeah, exactly. Not good for a kid's brain, especially when he's on the spectrum. And I told him, how about this? The next sport you choose, I'll do it with you. And we shook hands. He's like, cool, Dad, let's do it. So I gave him some time to look at sports, whatever. And then he chose jiu-jitsu, which led me into looking into the schools. So it all happened so quick, man. It was cool. But that's what got me into it. Like, I had no intention of ever joining jiu-jitsu. I did a couple classes back in the day, like after wrestling, whatever. And I kind of knew what I was doing, right, as a foundation from wrestling. But when we made that deal, I stayed committed to it, man, and it's got me here today. So,
and then as far as your fitness outside of jiu-jitsu, what do you guys find yourself doing that supplements your actual discipline and getting better at jiu-jitsu, right, outside of just like rolling and doing like running drills and everything you're doing inside the classroom? What are you doing outside of it to supplement what you're doing, whether you're at a competition or you're going to practice, whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. What we like to do, given on Alex's second podcast, we were talking about the prerequisites, right? The prerequisites of, like our foundation for what we do in jiu-jitsu, right? The prerequisites are weightlifting, right? Functional fitness, because without that, like you're going in there and then like you said earlier, you're getting folded and like you're wondering why like your back and your body hurts and stuff like that. Like you've never felt this way before. It's because like, A, your joints are shit, right? Your diet's probably shit, right? Because like if your diet's shit, then you're probably not going to be performing. And like when I'm talking about diet, we talk about like physical and mental, right? Your diet consists of not only just the food that you eat, but it's like your mindset as well, right? So whenever you're dieting, right, like you're giving your body the nutrition and the fuel that it needs to perform well, right? Some people, they go like on a dirty bulk or like they go in a bulk, right? But are they doing it correctly, right? Are they bulking correctly, or are they eating correctly? You know what I mean? Some people they drink, I don't know, like soda and stuff like that, and think that they get hydrated, or like, you know what, like maybe if I drink like a diet soda, that's gonna that won't be as bad, right? But I mean, like that's you have to fill yourself correctly in order to perform well. So,
as we suck down these hyper nutritious energy drinks.
Yeah, I mean, like these are great. I mean, like
no, I like these. Yes, it tastes pretty good.
I absolutely use or I drink Gopher for my pre, and it's I think it's great. But
what the fuck is monk fruit extract? What is monk fruit?
Monk fruit.
Hey man, I have
fruit from monks.
I have an app on my phone, Yucca.
Oh, I've heard about that. Where you like this, you scan the item and it tells you if it's like up or
Dude,
down.
this is like the highest rated energy drink.
See, I want an app like that made by RFK Jr. And if you scan something bad, you shouldn't put that in your body.
RFK approved, you know?
Carcinogens are going to give you ball cancer.
That would be cool, man. I download that
It's
app.
just yelling at you. And you can't skip it. Like, you have to listen to it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's the punishment.
Cheers, guys.
Those Eggo waffles are going to give you a fourth nipple.
Yeah, I download it. No, but I think he's right, and that was one of the deciding factors in me sponsoring him under official High Speed Warrior, because I saw his discipline, his motivation. Like, he was just always top notch, man, at the gym. Like, always getting after it, fucking pushing everybody at the gym. I liked what I saw. So he pulled me over one day and he's like, hey, we talked about some things and sponsors and stuff. And I was like, dude, you're fucking right. Like, why didn't I think of this? And that's part of the learning, right? The learning curve of owning a business, right? So we talked a little more and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm going to sponsor you because you're a beast, dude. And that's what I like to fill myself with, right? Obviously from the past, you've seen like my social media and stuff just fucking going hard and shit. So that was fitness was a huge role in that, for sure.
Yeah. So what is your diet looking like generally so that you can support? Because I don't think people give enough credit to how much energy you're expending in contest with somebody else. You know, I remember like, this is years and years and years ago when I was still in college. But I mean, more than half the reason that I stayed in boxing was because of the amount of energy you were burning and how well it kept me in shape.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, that kept me in shape. Well, I wouldn't say more than bodybuilding did, but it was a more consistent shape. And obviously I wasn't like starving myself. But yeah, I don't think people give enough credit because if you're just watching UFC, like, why are they just standing? Why are they standing? Take him to the ground.
Yeah.
Just hit him. It's like, okay, well, how about I grip you like that? Or you grip me like that.
Yeah.
And let's just figure it out. Like, I don't know. So what are you doing for your diet to feel yourself the best that you can so you can get through all these workouts and then perform properly during matches and stuff like that?
You want to take it?
Yeah. So diet is pretty much like as if any other thing that you're doing, right? Even if you're not doing any sport or workouts or anything, you want to be healthy, right? So I don't go to the extreme where I'm like fucking counting calories, carbs, and all that shit, macronutrients, macros, all that shit. I don't go that deep into it. But my wife is a nutritionist, so I leave it up to her. She meal preps for me.
No, so you're counting your calories. She's just doing it for you.
What
a fucking cop-out that was.
She's doing my work for me. But the thing is,
listen, I eat really well. I don't cook my food. The chef does it. But
yeah. But I'm not doing. I'm not fucking eating the junk. I'm not drinking the soda. Like, I'm not even a soda person to begin with. But I'm not eating the ice cream. I'm not eating the donuts, the sweets, the sugar. None of that. Like, it doesn't. Like, yeah, I want it, but it's not gonna help me. And when I correlate it with jiu-jitsu, like, from my experience, I don't know if it's in yours, but like pretty much everybody, like 90% of the people that I go with gas, like empty gas tank like this, dude. It's ridiculous how many people gas out within the first 30 seconds to a minute. So my cardio is pretty fucking good. Like, not to brag, but I should have fucking done cross country in high school, dude. Like, no shit. That's how it's that
And
good.
what he means by good is an understatement. This guy is a machine, man. Like, he just doesn't
I see his stories.
Yeah.
Well, I'm reading my comic books or I'm writing my well-crafted material. I'm like, oh yeah, all right. He's on the bike. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Putting that down.
yeah, and there's shit like that. So, like, assault bike, rower, like, things, hit workouts, bro. I'm all about hit workouts. I don't lift heavy at all. There's no need to. Like, technique in the jiu-jitsu world is going to beat strength any day.
Yes.
I don't care what people tell you. So I'm not worried about the strength portion. Yeah, the grips help, but it's cardio and technique, man, all day. So.
And that's one thing I was going to ask, too, kind of sidebar that, is how much strength... Because obviously you do need a good deal of strength to be successful in jiu-jitsu. Sure. But then, on the other hand, what I've heard about it and learned about this, secondhand, third hand, was that the discipline of jiu-jitsu is that it's not the great equalizer, but it's an equalizer in hand-to-hand combat where the small guy can't take down a big guy if he knows what he's doing with this discipline.
Correct.
So the stuff like holding chokes, holding grips so that you can maneuver around your opponent's body, how much strength is involved with the actual discipline of it, and then how much are you focusing on your cardio? Because you lose your cardio ability, your muscles lose oxygen, and you can't really do a whole lot of anything. But if you're just amazing at cardio but you have no strength, a bigger guy or a stronger guy with great cardio can, not that easily, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how much strength is going into it in general?
Well, it kind of depends, right? It depends because, like, yeah, you're right. If somebody, like, of a smaller stature, can fight like a bigger guy, you know what I mean? Like, strength won't matter. But, like, in that sense, like, if the bigger guy is also as disciplined, right, and he has more strength, then, like, you have the odds against you. You know what I mean? So, with that, it just depends on, like, the skill, right? The how do we say it? The experience of the person and what they have. Now, like, to answer your question, how much strength do you need? It just depends. It depends on the type of situation, right, and how you control the outcome. Because you could use very little strength and still be able to put somebody to sleep just like that, right? Or you may need to overexert a little bit to kind of get to where you need to get, right? Like, as far as, like, getting out of certain positions and stuff like that. So it just kind of depends. And that's why, like, weightlifting, functional fitness and stuff like that is a prerequisite to your rolling journey and stuff like that, and stretching for sure. Yeah. Stretching. I'm 35, man, and, like, this shit sucks.
I need to get better about stretching. Dude, I get out of my office chair at work, and I'm like, fuck, this is not going well. Yeah. And then how much, like, as you guys have progressed, what are some just dead giveaways? Let's say you're about to roll somebody on the mat. What are just dead giveaways other than the belt that they're wearing that they're a novice or they don't know what they're doing? Like, what are some giveaways of that?
Some dead giveaways, I would say, right, is number one, how they tie their belt.
Yeah, that's
right. How they tie their belt, how they present themselves.
They gave me a fucking belt.
How they present themselves, how they smell too, right? Because, like, again, it goes back to diet. Oh, if that's
concerned, I'm a fucking black belt, dude. I always smell good. I will never be stinky, bro.
Right? Because, like, here's the thing: like, if you go up against somebody and you know that, like, that their diet is shit, you will know. Especially when, like, it secretes from, like, their sweat and everything, you will know. Mm-hmm. And that's when, I guess, you see red.
Yeah. Well, one thing, pretty much what he said is just the way they present themselves, their mannerisms, right? Like, pretty much like any other sport, you're reading your opponent. You're looking for any sign of weakness, what they do. That's why after you shake hands, you're reading them out. From the second you let go of that hand, you're reading them out. The grip of that hand. Like, you can tell, like, it's like when you're shaking someone's hand on the street, right? When you meet someone, you're trying to overcompensate for something, or...
Dude, my day job is my day job. I'm a recruiter so I literally interview people 90% of my life, and
nice.
And I fucking hate it during my day. This is fun. I'm in air conditioning. I'm chilling. Not the bosses have air conditioning, but I'm chilling in my own house. Yeah. I'd have a couple of drinks if I want. My day job fucking. But yeah, God, there's some people I'll just shake their hand and it's like that, or the guy that shakes your hand and he's like, "How are you doing, man?" I'm like, "I'm fine, dude. This is a white collar. You're interviewing to be a security guard. Calm the fuck. You're going to Walgreens after this, dude. Like, calm the fuck down."
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's the same thing on the mat, man. You got to read them out. You just got to read them out. So, but yeah, tying the belt is a huge one. I'd say pretty much for any white belt though, it's just they're all like learning the game, so you just got to watch out. We call them spazzers, right? Because they're in it, they're learning, they're gonna do whatever they can. They're freaking out on the mats, whether they're getting the advantage or the disadvantage.
Yes,
they're doing some wild. So there's a good chance of injury if you don't be careful with some spazzy white belts.
That's what I was gonna bring up, is because the one time that I took a class, my mindset was like, I am tight, I'm not very loose. My stretching is not great. My thing is like, I am not gonna overexert myself. I am not gonna try anything crazy. I'm literally just gonna watch other people and watch what the head guy's doing, because if I make one wrong move and I tweak something and I'm down for 3 months because I did a trial class at a fucking jiu-jitsu school, that's the most bitch thing ever. So I'm not doing that. And so how, now that you guys, I mean, you're well into moving up, and now that you're moving up as well, and you're working with very inexperienced people, what are you doing to, I know it's all a case-by-case basis, but what are you doing to help mitigate not just your own injury, but their injury too?
Well,
it's weird to talk about that when you're talking about discipline, when you're choking people out. But you don't want a fucking limb to snap, a tendon to break, like.
Yeah, not your training partners.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes down to beginners, we'll just say beginners. You know, it's not exactly just white belt only, right? But when you get someone that's beginning, right, there should be like a gap, right? There should be like some sort of a cushion for when they can go actually sparring, and when they need to, what they need to learn, like as far as like the techniques and like how your body mechanics are and like how to move and stuff like that. Because number one, jiu-jitsu is all self-defense first. That will always be the primary rule, self-defense first, right? So for me, like what I would recommend, especially whenever I am leading a class, like if we have like a brand new 0-day white belt, or like even up to like a few weeks, right? We'll pull them off to the side, so that way they can learn the mechanics and like the why of like how and why we move, right? I'm not just gonna throw them in there with the sharks, because I mean, like, shoot, like they do that old school, right? They do that old school. They just throw everybody in with the sharks, and then like they wonder why like they get their ass kicked, and you know, like it just kind of like kind of defeats the whole purpose of self-defense, right? Like you want them to learn, you want them to come back.
So you don't exactly drive, because you're also running a business too, and you don't want to drive people away just because they're getting their ass whooped left and right to a degree, because you can get your ass whooped anyway.
Yes,
but you want there to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Correct. And you know what? I'm glad that you brought it up, because it's a business, right? So whenever you're running something like a business like that, you want them to actually take something away from that. And that's the reason why, like, you know, you have people like Alex here. He's so successful, right? Is because, like, all right, he has an objective every class, right? Okay, tonight I'm just going to focus on, you know, defending, right? Tomorrow night I'm going to focus on attacking, you know, or just passing and stuff like that, right? These are, again, also some prerequisites.
Explain passing to people who don't understand what that is.
Passing is being able to pass like the lower torso and get into a more dominant position of your opponent, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Right. You're passing the legs, or like just to get to a dominant position, which is either a top mount or like you have the back mount. A subdominant position would be something in a sense like a side control, right? It's a dominant position. However, like there are some vulnerabilities for that. So to pass somebody successfully, to get in, you want to get into a dominant position, i.e. top mount, back mount, or however you can stabilize your opponent.
And then kind of side tangent to that. So can you explain why if two guys are on the ground and the dude that's on the bottom has their legs wrapped around the other guy, why that's considered a dominant position?
Okay, so some people find that a dominant position. I personally find that a neutral position, right? Because if you have, it's called a guard, right? So whenever you have like your legs crossed, on somebody else, right? Like you have your legs wrapped around like their upper torso, right? You have the ability to submit, in a sense, strike as well, or like just hold them there, right? However, the person that's in your guard, right, also has the ability to pass, strike, if you will, or even have like some sort of some way to, I guess, submit you. In wrestling, I guess they call it a can opener, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That shit hurts. So
What is that?
for a can opener is when like you're pretty much like say for example I'm in Alex's guard, right, and I pull like onto the back of his neck, and then like it just crunches him, and then like it just hurts your back.
Oh yeah.
That is a can opener. However, for going back to your question, the guard to me is a neutral position. Some people can find it as a dominant position, right? Because again, like there are submissions, there are reversals that you can do, right? However, in my opinion, there are some passing and there are some other vulnerabilities that the person has also in the guard.
Okay, then that makes sense. And then just having that imagery in my head, because we were really about the strength training and grip. I'd imagine as far as strength goes, if you're talking strictly about that, it almost seems like to me whoever has the most leg strength is going to have...
That is important.
Is going to win the day.
It's very important,
because that's where your base is from. That's where a lot of your movements, all of your movements, going to come from. And if that's going to be one of the key, I'd imagine one of the key movements in passing.
Yes.
Whoever can do that quickest and with most force is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I would say so, because there's some dudes with some tree trunks, man, that's harder to pass, because you got to break their guard, right? There's different ways of passing guard, but yeah, once they got those legs wrapped around you, and depending on what belt you are, I mean, there's submissions that you could just squeeze to, right? But for the lower belts, you can't squeeze like their torso. That's a submission in itself, just squeezing, like scissoring them.
Right, yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, just getting out of the legs is a mission right there in itself. If you're dealing with someone who does leg day every day, so
yeah, it's tough.
But that's also where cardio comes in too. So
thank you for bringing up cardio. So what cardio? I mean, you do a lot of the rower, assault bikes. What cardio are you guys doing on a regular basis to again supplement your jiu-jitsu, but at the same time, because you don't want to burn out your body and then go to practice?
Correct.
So what type of cardio movements are you doing? I'd imagine it's like I forget what the actual term is called for, but it's like the low intensity sustained cardio is a lot of like quick bursts with recovery type movements. Like what type of cardio do you feel suits you guys best? I know it's different for everybody.
Yeah, I'll take over first. So mine, it's a little like unorthodox, man, because for me, on the days that I do jiu-jitsu, I won't work out. Like the exception is when I was prepping for Murph Challenge. I'll do a workout before jiu-jitsu, but I don't work out on days that I do jiu-jitsu because I don't want to burn myself out. I gotta prepare my body for the intensity that I have at jiu-jitsu practice. But on the days that I don't do jiu-jitsu is I'm just doing WODs, workout of the days. That's all I do is hit. When I'm done with my workout, I hit the bike or the rower to top it off, finish it off. And that's non-negotiable for me. It's workout of the day. And because the hit workout, you're doing cardio too. So it's sustainable for me throughout the week.
Right.
So that's me. But
okay.
Like you said, everybody's different. I don't know about you.
As far as that goes, again, we're different, right? So the less impact, right, would be the assault bike, right? Because it's less impact on your knees, right? It's not bad for your joints. What's great also is what a lot of people underutilize is swimming, right? It's the best form of cardio because you're working literally every muscle in your body, muscles that you don't even know that you're working. So the swim not only just ups your cardio dramatically, but it's also great for your muscles. And then like you wonder why the next day you're like, damn, I'm so sore. Like what the hell did I just do? Like I just swam. Well, yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah, you fought for your life up and down a pool.
Correct.
For 30 to 40 minutes.
While struggling to breathe. And you know what? Like I'm not exactly the greatest swimmer, but I do know how to swim, right? But man, like laps, like just like down and back, you will feel that like as soon as you get to the edge of the pool, you're like shit. And then like your coach is telling you like, all right, cool, down and back again. You know what I mean? So a form of cardio that's less impacting onto like the knees, that's like really good for like your whole body, without having to create that impact, would be swimming. It's really good, and I like what Alex does right after he gets done with his workouts. Boom, he'll just cold plunge just to freeze all the muscles that you break down, because just
All right, is that shit real?
Yes, absolutely.
Is that shit real?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
Does the cold plunge work?
I love it, dude. Yeah.
Yes.
I would say so, dude.
Yes.
Okay. What's the science behind that?
Dude. There's so many benefits, bro.
Everyone got into it during the pandemic.
Yes.
And a lot of it's because everyone just got locked in their houses and just started learning a bunch of, I mean, what's useless to somebody else is not useless to others, but it's a lot of people just downloaded a lot of information on their bodies, around their brains, and a bunch of people got into cold plunges and the saunas. I mean, like, the small part of my life that my dad was in my life, he loved doing the sauna. That was his thing after a workout. And so that kind of always made sense to me, especially because, like, I think in the same way with the cold plunge, putting your body under extreme distress for periods of time, while if you do it the right way, and it's, you know, you're not just going from 0 to 100, like, because that's how people die. You know?
Yeah.
But doing it the right way and exposing yourself to extreme conditions does help you over time, both not just physically but mentally as well. But what is the science behind cold plunging?
It's so for the muscle recovery, that's one. Stress relief.
Because you were just saying it freezes the muscles that you're breaking down?
Yes. Every time, like, say, for example, like you do jiu-jitsu, or like you even do like weightlifting, right? You break down so much tissue, right, that like whenever like people recover, like they don't recover correctly, right? Like they just think that maybe like just drinking a protein shake is good after. No, like you have to go through these methods to, in a sense, to recover properly, right? So, for example, like I'll use my man here for a quick example, right? He does so much on and off the mats, right? Like not even like any BCAAs or like any type of supplement would really be enough to nourish his body the way that he needs to recover. Why? Because he does so much. Not only does he have like a work, right? He's a family man, but he's also going through all these extremes to break down his body to be the best version of himself that he can, right? So in order to do that, right?
Steroids.
Steroids, yeah, you can do that, right?
Oh, no.
But you know, the cold plunge has so much benefits to recovery. It improves your blood circulation. It decreases inflammation, right? Every time you break down muscles, right? Like in order to get that quick recovery is freezing the muscles, so that way, like, you have better blood flow for the next time you're recovering, or it improves your sleep as well.
It improves sleep.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah,
and these are proven facts, not only just like from like Google and stuff like that, but I mean, like, I'm sure it works for you. It's worked for me, and it still does.
Because I always thought the accepted wisdom was a warm shower before bed.
A warm shower, I mean, it depends, because
because it like relaxes the body.
Correct,
You're not
yes.
tense. And
Yes.
Interesting. What
Yeah.
you were gonna say?
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. But
about the cold plunge improving your sleep.
Yeah, it improves your sleep, because, like, again, like, what happens in a cold plunge, like, it puts, like, it takes all of your energy, right? It puts you so much into stress, like it goes to your mind. You're like, oh my god, I want to get out. It's so freaking cold, but you know, like, it's working like your blood. It's improving like the blood flow, and that's the reason why we get into that state of shock, right? Because you're like, oh shit, you know, like, I want to get out, but no, like, you've only been in for like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Some people,
because your body's like, hey, we're gonna die, dude.
yeah, absolutely. But you know, like, as it's a process, right? Like, you can't just go into the cold plunge and then be like, all right, oh, I'm gonna be in it like for like 3 minutes. No, like, just try the process out. Try a minute, right? And then the next day or day after, right? The next 2 days, probably a minute and a half. Like it's a process, and it sucks, but your body will thank you later.
Well, I tried doing that with cold showers, dude. And I was on it for about 6 or 8 months. Where I was like, all right, we're gonna take a nice warm shower with the last 30 seconds. let's just do that. And then it just felt like knives. I was like, fuck. All right, the next night, now we're gonna do 45 seconds.
Yeah.
I did a 365 for cold showers. I did it for a whole year.
Of no warm showers?
No, like in the morning.
I was like,
yeah,
dude.
Oh yeah, that would.
We
suck,
do live
dude.
in America. Hey, wait a minute.
I would hate my life, but I did a 365 for cold showers in the morning. Like as soon as you get up, right, the first thing that you do is cold showers. Shout out to Rob Garcia. He was the one that did this with me for about a whole year. He's one of the purple belts over at Carlson Gracie in Albuquerque. He stuck through it. Like we started around February of 24, and then we went all the way through February of this year. And man, like this guy stuck with it, and it. Even just a cold shower in the morning, like just wakes you up in the morning. And in no way am I saying that it's the greatest feeling ever. I'm saying it's the greatest feeling after.
I was going to say, there is that weird euphoric feeling afterwards.
Yes.
Where your body's
dude.
figuring itself out again.
Correct.
And it starts heat regulating. And you're like,
Yes.
Okay.
That's intensified with the ice
Yeah.
bath.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Very.
dude.
Yeah, I'm fucking sure. And I saw it in your garage studio a couple weeks ago. It's like a barrel.
Yeah, it's the ice barrel.
So
Yeah.
how does that work? Is it just like you just plug it in and it keeps everything frozen?
No, so the ice barrel specifically, they're their own company. They have their barrels, and you can buy attachments to hook up a machine to it to keep it cold.
Oh, okay.
So there's more expensive companies that come all in one unit where you just flick it on, wait like 10 minutes, and it's fucking ice cold for you. But for mine, I keep it on 24/7 because it just keeps it cold the entire time. So
Because fuck your electricity bills, son.
yeah, I mean, fuck yeah. Supposedly that's what when I bought the machine, it said it's easy on the electricity. So that's why I left it running. I was like, all right, cool. So, and I saw the build. It doesn't hurt. So, but yeah, it just keeps it cold 24/7. So I'm ready for it whenever. Before it sucked because before I had the machine, I had to buy ice all the fucking time.
Oh man.
And then I bought a freezer, like a garage freezer, and I just kept ice in it. Then I bought the ice barrel, started selling the ice molds, like big 5-pound block ice molds. So I started doing that, but the ice would melt right away in the summer. So it didn't even get to the temperature that I needed to for the benefits. So I was like, I might as well just invest in a machine. So I bought the machine, just keeps it cold 24/7.
If I may asking, what'd that run you?
The barrel,
Yeah.
1,200.
That's about what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
How
typically
is
what they
that
are.
less expensive than your flip-flops? How is that less expensive than the half a shoe you wear on a regular
Man,
basis?
My philosophy in life is you get what you pay for, man.
Yeah, me too, bro.
That's true.
My flip-flops
So-
were $15 at Costco. Let me tell you what, support.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I get a lot of shit. Trust me, especially from my wife. She fucking hates it, dude. Especially their Instagram. I don't know if you ran through their Instagram, but it's all just chicks, dude. Like chicks, and
Oh,
that's
is
part
it?
of their marketing plan, right?
Hey, whatever works, dude.
She fucking hates it, dude. But yeah, the prices didn't help with her at all. She's like, surprisingly, she bought me a pair for my birthday last year, so I'm grateful for that. But
Oh, you won the argument.
got through to her a little
That's
bit.
the best birthday gift, is winning a argument.
Yeah. So she got me a pair of flip flops. So I have like 7 pairs now. But
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
yeah,
It's a down payment on a house.
it is.
On
yeah,
a nice condo.
yeah. But back to the $1,200 ice barrel. I mean, the ice barrel will sell. They released their machine last year to keep their shit cold, but that shit's like $1,200 alone.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So I went with like a little Amazon machine, like what, $400.
Yeah.
So yeah, it keeps me cool, man. Does the job.
And so do you guys sauna as well?
I want to get into sauna. I bought a little shitty one from Amazon as well. Those little fucking
Like the $500,
foldable ones.
like it
Not
pops
even
up,
$500.
and your head's like sticking
yeah,
out.
your
of
head's it's like $50, dude.
Yeah.
And it's not. Nah. So you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do need to invest in a sauna, like one of those fucking big ass corner ones that you put. But yeah, sauna helps. I don't know about you.
Yeah, sauna does help a lot, especially like when you're sweating out like your pores and everything. In a sense, like it just relaxes you, right? There's some people that do the process of sauna and then cold plunge, right? I never really understood that until like I was actually like looking at one of the athletes and I was just like, you're crazy, right? But yeah, sauna, cold plunge, both together does reap the benefits of life as well. So,
And see, again, I'm not nearly smart enough to understand why that works out so well. Because outside looking in, I kind of look at that and I'm like, you're putting your body from one side of the spectrum and then immediately the other side of the spectrum.
Correct.
And I remember growing up being told like, hey, don't go outside in the cold
Yeah.
when your hair is wet because then you're gonna get
You're gonna
sick.
get sick, yeah.
Or when somebody is going through when they're going through what is it? It's like not frostbite, hypothermia. When they're going through hypothermia, you can't warm them up very quick because their body fucks up. But is it because it's the other way around? Since you're going from hot to cold, that's good instead of extreme cold to extreme hot.
Yeah, there's some people that actually switch back and forth a couple times in the same session, which I mean, I didn't do that. I've never done it, but I've seen it like CrossFit athletes and shit like that. I've seen them do that too.
Yeah, this is the experience.
So-
I think they call it biohacking. Like this, the biohacking that people are able to do now these days is fucking insane.
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
That's insane.
And it's Huberman approved too, so.
Hey, listen, I like the guy. I've listened to all of his podcasts, obviously, but I've listened to a few.
Yeah.
I listened to him when he's on Rogan. I think he's a smart fucking guy. Let him have 6 girlfriends. I think he's smart as shit. Smart, jack, tattoos, rich. He won.
Yeah.
But what so now, especially for you, since you've been doing this well over a decade, when did you start teaching younger students, like as they start like when did you start investing time into teaching students? I imagine you've done that in the past, right? Because like and what I mean by teaching students is like people that are just starting out, but they're actually like they've clearly made the decision to invest time in learning this discipline rather than just like, I did it for like 2 months and I'm done. Like people are actually investing their time doing it. What was that like for you transitioning from just a student and now you're becoming the student teacher hybrid? Like what was that like?
I'm not gonna lie, it was tough, right? Because given that how long I've been doing this as well, I don't exactly have everything figured out, right? However, I do have processes that work for me, right? That I can share with everybody else, and hopefully it works for them as well. But yeah, it was a tough transition at first because I started teaching at around blue belt.
Is that normal?
Yes, that's very normal. Some I guess some professors and or like some masters, you know, like they've been starting at like blue belt, especially when they were like juveniles, i.e., you know, like teens and stuff like that, right? But I started teaching when I was a blue belt because you know, the military, right? Like it brings you to places and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't exactly have a seasoned person or like a black belt that you're under, right? So in a sense, like if you want something to be successful, or like if you want to have like I guess like a grappling aspect in a business, then like sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands, right? But thankfully, under the supervision of one of my professors, Carlos Santos, you know, like he blessed me with the instructor title and everything. So from then on, you know, like I was like, okay, I started off with just easy, you know, like movement drills first, right? Self-defense, right? And then later on, I started to kind of figure out, like what really worked for me, what really worked for other people as well, because what works for me not always works for everybody else, right? So it was good to see that complexity around with students and everything. So hopefully that kind of answers.
No, it does. And so when you're starting to do that more, or even in the beginning, are you like tested to be able to be instructor? Are you like qualifying in any kind of way? Or is it just like, hey, no, he already has the experience. He has this belt. That's his qualifier right there, and I've seen him do it long enough. You're off to the races.
A little bit of both, right? Because not every, I guess, person that ascends the rankings, right? Not every person that ascends the rankings is exactly qualified.
Well, not everyone can be a teacher, no matter how well
Correct.
they are at whatever discipline they're doing.
Correct, because like I've seen some black belts that shouldn't even be even be teaching, right? Or like vice versa. But like I do see some like lower belts that I'm just like, dang, you know what? Like you actually do know what you're talking about. And I do thank the military a lot for giving me the opportunity to have instructor courses, right? Because we have this one course. It's called POI, Principles of Instruction, and you're basically teaching an audience something about something, right? So that kind of gave me like the foundation of teaching and applying that to students and everything.
And
right?
is that like learning how to articulate yourself, how
Yes.
to, articulating yourself, but also how to get a message across, like how to form your thoughts and how to make it easily digestible by
Absolutely.
a wide audience? Yeah.
Yes, like you want to form an objective, right? And then once you form that objective, you, like you said, you have to be able to articulate that. I learned that a lot from Professor Gabe Baker, right? He's a Carlson Gracie black belt over in Guam. I learned that from Professor Carlau Santos. Like he's, Alex has been through a seminar with him, and like, man, like this guy, his attention to detail is what catches my attention every time. I'm just like, dang, you know what? Like, I need to articulate like that. I need to do this, or if I can try to articulate it better, this is what I need to do, right? So, we don't just go on to the mat and be like, all right, guys, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and then not be able to it just doesn't get the message across to everybody else. In that sense, like you kind of have to kind of pre-plan it, right? Have some sort of plan to get your message across to everybody, so that way everybody's happy, right? Everybody's happy, and you've fulfilled your objective.
Okay, no, that makes sense. Have you started doing that at all? Like teaching, mentoring, giving lessons? Have you entered that yet?
Yeah, I've done a couple classes now, and
nice.
I think I got a coaching spot here coming up pretty soon. But I'm familiar with it already because my son. So at home, we got our own mats at home.
Just beat the fuck out of the kid in the garage.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do. Armbar. No, but yeah, from the teaching aspect, I've taught a couple classes already myself, whether it be kids or adults, beginners, adults, which is a good start, I think, for me. Blue belt as well.
What made you feel like you were ready?
I used to coach wrestling too back in the day with Lenny Lovato. I don't know if you remember him. I helped him coach back in West Mesa. Big name now, but I think he's living in Brazil now, training a UFC fighter. But he brought me on board in West Mesa like 2008. I was helping him coach his students over there. So that's when I first broke into the teaching realm. But what made me feel ready for jiu-jitsu teaching was I obviously know what I'm doing. But not only that, it's you gotta like he was saying, you gotta articulate, present yourself in a way that you know what you're talking about. You gotta break it down simple, stupid for others that are learning, right? Because you're teaching from white belts up to purples. Like it's a mix of everything in between. So you can't be too lenient on one side or the other.
Exactly.
So it's you gotta mingle in the little circle, but it's.
And what are like the absolute basics to jiu-jitsu? Like when let's say you're teaching somebody fresh off the street, what's just the absolute basic, like 2 or 3 things that you're going, if there are 2 or 3 things, even just one thing that you're going over in the first session? Like, what's the first thing you're teaching them?
Well, it depends because there's gi and no gi. So It depends on what class you're teaching, right? So gi.
What's more common?
Ooh. What is more common?
So it's 2025, right? We've entered this realm where no-gi has...
That tends to be more popular, right?
It completely takes over everything. I mean, like, you look at other schools here like Jackson Wink, right? They don't have any gi classes, right? You look at other academies, like they're solely focused, like 10th Planet. They're solely focused on the no-gi aspect. But to answer your question, like, what is one thing that like as far as like a move goes, right? I personally, like, you've seen me teach it. I personally like the elbow knee connection. Shout out to Professor Anthony Cruz over at Carlson Gracie Guam, but he was the one that solidified that foundation for me because, again, like, that prevents passing, right? That helps defend yourself, especially like with your hands like covering your face, or like in that sense, like, it just gives you.
So are you standing? You bring your elbow to your knee? Is that what you're describing?
Negative. No. So like you're on the ground, right?
Okay.
Not only does it solidify self-defense, right, but it also helps prevents passing. Like if people are trying to like pass you guarded, like in a sport jiu-jitsu, right? Or like it should be the very first foundation for self-defense. Like when you're shrimping, right?
How useful is that?
Very, very useful.
Okay,
like,
I remember learning that shit in
is.
basic training.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything to build on it. They're just like, you're going to do this for the next hour.
A lot of people,
It's like a bunch of idiots. Like,
Yeah, in basic, it's...
when they talk about shrimping, right? Like people don't exactly get into the reason why people shrimp, right? And it's funny because like you ask, like, is that useful? In a sense, yes, it is very useful because like sometimes we shrimp and we don't even know that we're shrimping,
Yeah, it's
right?
weird.
We don't even know that we're shrimping, but like sometimes like it's the equivalent of even just like butt scooting, right? So like as you're shrimping, like in a sense you're formulating that little elbow knee connection, right? You don't want to shrimp and then overextend your hand because what, you're going to get submitted, right? Whether it's a Dars, like I've been submitted by this guy multiple times, right? And I still fail to get that through my head. I'm just like, dang, dude, like it's because I shrimped wrong. You know what I mean? Some people don't really go into the corrections on how to properly shrimp, right? So to answer your question, is it beneficial? Is it useful? Absolutely.
so, just real briefly, describe what that is and what the purpose is of it,
Yes.
of shrimping.
Yes. So shrimping just basically gets you out of minor situations, whether like someone has you like in a side control, right? They're trying to neutralize you, like just by establishing frames, right? Like on the hip and like on their upper torso, like you can establish your elbow knee connection by just shrimping, quote unquote, shrimping your butt out, and then getting your knees close to your elbow, right? That establishes a frame from someone that's trying to, I guess, smash you or just try to flatten you out on your back, right? That's the sole purpose of the shrimp, right? And then after the shrimp, right, you can absolutely stand up to the base and try to get away from your adversary if need be. But a shrimp is basically to get you out of I would say also major situations to where like where you feel like you're getting defeated. You know what I mean? Like shrimp should also be taught in self-defense courses, right? Even at women's self-defense, right? Sometimes women just the women would like fold into a ball or something just to like protect their head and stuff like that, right? They've already done half the work. They could shrimp, kick out and then get out of these situations, right? So,
And then so after you have taught somebody to a state of decent proficiency about the elbow and knee connection, where do you decide to build off from that?
it just kind of depends on like I guess where you land, right? Or like depends on like how well you execute.
Well, in a teaching scenario, where do you teach somebody to generally build from that, or does it depend again?
It just kind of depends. Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
depends.
from the ground game, yeah. You can. There's lots of things you could
Yes.
do. You could retain your guard. You could stand back up. So when he answered your question, yeah, the elbow knee thing is good. If you're trying to teach someone like the basics as far as like standing up in a neutral position, I think takedowns would be like one of the go-tos, right? Like collar ties, setting takedowns up, right? Because eventually that's where it's going to end up on the ground. But where do you start? Standing. So
1000%.
I think one of the first things you should teach anybody is how to properly take someone down. And that's where the wrestling comes in. It's a huge thing because it's all takedowns, right? Single leg, double leg. If you have background in judo, you can be tossing people all over the fucking mats.
I was gonna ask, you are allowed to hip toss in jiu-jitsu, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And you got to beware with those judo black belts, man, because they know what the fuck they're doing, man. So, but once they get on the ground, they don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So you gotta be balanced, man. But yeah, I think takedown. To answer your question, takedowns would be my go-to when teaching how to one of the basic moves, whether it be single leg, double leg.
What are you more comfortable doing to take somebody down?
Ankle picks all day.
Okay,
Ankle
just
picks.
describe what that is.
So ankle pick is pretty much what it sounds like. So a collar tie, and wrestlers know this, but a collar tie or a clinch, you're familiar with that term.
Yeah.
So you have one arm, whatever arm you choose to, dominant or defense arm. So you're pushing their head down, or you have your hand on the neck, and you're setting them up. You're spinning them, moving them around the mats, looking for that setup. As soon as the leg that you're attacking comes into your shot distance or whatever, your pick distance, you grab the back of that ankle while you're still holding the head and neck down, and you scoop the ankle towards you and push the neck opposite ways.
Yes.
So they have nothing to lean on. So that's a takedown right there.
Okay.
And that's where you take the floor, take the fight to the floor. So I was very dominant in wrestling with ankle picks, and I'm very dominant with it in jiu-jitsu. So it's that would be my go-to for beginners.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, you two have spent your time learning about jiu-jitsu. Is there any interest in learning other disciplines, and then just, I hate saying like training MMA, but like transitioning from only doing championships and matches in jiu-jitsu and then eventually moving to like an MMA fight or an MMA exhibition? I mean, because you're in the city for that.
Yes. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of, I don't know how much opportunity there is, but like, this has got to be one of the biggest cities for that opportunity.
For sure.
So is there any interest in doing that in the future?
I've fought before.
Okay.
I fought in MMA.
Oh, okay.
And again, like the military just brings us everywhere, right? So with that being said, last fight that I've actually had was, oh goodness, I think March or April of 2017. Thank goodness for jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? Like, because that's how we took it. We took it to the ground. The guy shot from like freaking Manal, and I sprawled, and man, I took his back and choked him right in front of his family. So that was great. And
So is that your wife right there? Sick.
and honestly, right now, like for me personally, I'm just focused on jiu-jitsu, just because just to kind of eliminate any kind of distractions from the other disciplines, right? Not that in a sense like it's really distracting, but it's just like I want to focus more and
Right.
focus on my primary objective, which is Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and I love this the stand up portion, like Muay Thai and everything. And Filipino Eskrima, So I
that's what the fucking
yeah,
sticks,
the sticks,
right?
yeah.
Fucking, and I only know that because of Nightwing. But
yes. So
but that shit is. Well, I've gone down very stoned, gone down rabbit holes on watching like pros use a scrimmage sticks. I'm like, good God,
Shit's gnarly, dude.
yeah,
that is insane.
it hurts.
Yeah, I am sure.
It hurts, man. It
I
really
have no
does.
doubt.
And Thai boxing, like that is again, like if you're looking to up your cardio, man, like that is a discipline right there too, because man, like it's just like nonstop go 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 go, and in a sense too, like if you're looking for like family stuff, like you got like cardio kickboxing and stuff like that. So it's a good discipline, but as far as for right now, like me personally, I'm just gonna stick to jiu-jitsu. Like I think I'll go up on top with that dub. So
Yeah. Well, and I would imagine too that not to diminish anything, but jiu-jitsu outside looking in seems like the safest combat sport to do. You're minimalizing head trauma, you're minimalizing organ damage, and I mean if you're getting choked out, I mean, provided you're not, obviously you're not sparring or practicing with somebody who's a dumbass or unexperienced, but if you're getting choked out or you're getting a limb twisted away, it's not meant to go.
absolutely.
And it's up, you kind of shake it off and you keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can only get your bell rung so many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, and that's just an unfortunate reality of a lot of the combat sports is that you're putting your body at extreme peril.
Yes.
And there's a reason why it's a young man's game. Unless you're fucking Jake Paul and Mike Tyson for some reason. But, but God bless. But even then, like, it's concerning watching people that get into combat sports and try and sustain it for as long as they can. I mean, we're talking about the Diaz brothers, Nick Diaz.
Yes.
I remember watching one of his fights, I think it was like 3 years ago, and he's a talented fighter.
Yes.
One of the most talented fighters to ever exist. But he was moving around like an uncle. And it was kind of sad to see.
Yeah.
Because I'm still even back a few years ago, I'm still very new to like MMA in general and watching it a bunch and following like these fighters' careers. But I saw that and then I pulled up on YouTube some of his older fights. Like, that's night and day. And clearly age isn't the major deciding factor there. It's that constant head trauma.
Oh, for sure.
I think the last Diaz fight, what a lot of people don't know was that he was battling some sort of injury when it came down to his spine.
Oh,
so he never.
No wonder.
Yeah, I mean it's Diaz. He won't say anything, right? But like I'm not sure what it was with his management team, but in all honesty, he didn't even want that fight with Robbie Lawler. He already beat Robbie Lawler, right? So who else is there, right? But we kind of needed it as soon as that suspension was uplifted, right? It's time to get Nick back into the scene, right? But they gave him Robbie Lawler. He was just like, when he found that out, he was like, I don't want to fight Lawler. Why would I want to fight him? I already beat him,
right.
But yeah, like the injury that he had, it was kind of noticeable, like when he was fighting. I mean, he fought a tremendous fight. The boxing was still there. You could see that.
Oh yeah, the striking ability was still there, but I mean, God bless.
Yeah, he had something going on, I believe, with his spine or like something with his neck. So
Okay.
yeah.
And what about you? Do you think about mixing disciplines?
So I did it in the past, post high school. Again, I used to train back at Albuquerque kickboxing with Ray. So I did a lot of kickboxing, mixed in a little Muay Thai. I was coming close to an amateur fight, and I fucked that up being the stupid kid that I was back in the day.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Shit happens. What are you going to do?
I think that was a sign, man, that to keep my brain cells where they're at. So I'm glad I didn't chase that career, because I probably would have been who knows where right now, right? But yeah, I've had that experience of MMA, and it doesn't interest me at this point in time, especially I'm 35 too, so 36 in 2 weeks. So it's not something I'm definitely not going to chase at this point in time. So yeah, strictly jiu-jitsu, man.
Longevity is important, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially he's a family man, you know what I mean? So like he's definitely has his priorities as well. So
yeah, got to keep up with the kids, man. Yeah, that's important. So, and that's what I try to instill in my son too, right? Because he started way younger than what I did, dude. I started when I was 32, 33, something like that, dude. He started at 8, 9 years old, dude. So he could be a black belt by fucking 18 years old if he sticks with it, and if he does it right. So I try to teach him that discipline, how to train right. We try to teach the nutrition portion to him, and I don't want to feed it down his throat, right? Because I still want to give him the freedom of what he wants to do as he gets older, but got to teach him like the mentality of it.
And as much as, because how old is your kid again? He said
he's 11 now.
He's 11, yeah. So as much as the brain at that age can grasp the why behind anything,
right? Yeah, and and I don't want to be one of those super crazy dads like, oh, you gotta fucking win, you gotta fucking win, you gotta get the gold here. No, it's like you go at your own pace, right? You're still a kid. You got many years to go. Enjoy it, have fun. Absolutely. Because I saw a clip of Jocko. When his daughters were young, he was doing that. He was fucking making them do the shit to the point where one of the daughters just fucking hated it. Yeah. The other one turned out good, man. She's doing good right now, but he learned. He said he learned from that. Like he didn't want to. So yeah.
Have you seen fucking Brock Lesnar's daughter?
Oh
yeah, his twin.
The female version of Brock.
Oh man,
that's crazy, dude. Yeah.
The genetics in that family. She looks like the ogre version of Fiona. Like, it is insane. That just made me think about that like that. But yeah, I think you're going about it the right way. Before we get out of here, what do you guys do outside of jiu-jitsu to fucking decompress? Like to get the brain off of, because you can't go at 100 RPMs forever. Anybody who says that they do is a fucking liar. They just are. I'm sorry, they are. Burnout's a thing. Like you could be constantly obsessed about something, you could be constantly doing something every day, but if you're just burning the candle at both ends all the time, you're gonna hit a wall at some point.
Agreed.
So even if it's like 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, what do you guys do on the off time just to kind of let the brain reset?
For me, it's family, dude.
I was like, don't say the fucking assault bike.
You said 30 minutes.
Even taking the time away from family is like a huge thing for me, man, because that's my main decompress right there. Is just like my kids, bro, and that's why I do it, man. They're my main like motivation, because they're looking up to me, right? I'm their dad. I'm the leader of the house, so to speak, and I want to show them that anything that you fucking do is possible, but going in squirrel mode. But yeah, spending time with the kids is huge. I have a nighttime routine where shower, brush teeth, floss, all that shit, and then I'll read myself to sleep. So that's like my go-to right there.
Nice.
Yeah, and video games and movies.
What are you playing
like that? Right now,
no, you're playing Fortnite. I seen that shit on your fucking stories.
No, so I do play Fortnite, dude. The only reason I got into Fortnite, this is a cool story. It's my brother. He's disabled, fully disabled. He's 10 years younger than me, but he loves Fortnite. Right? He got into it. I don't know why he loves it so fucking much. I didn't even get into it until he started asking me to play with him, because he can't really do much. Like he has a muscular dystrophy, so shout out to my brother. But he's forever disabled. Like he can't walk by himself, he can't eat by himself, he can't do anything. He has like maybe the intelligence of like a 10-year-old dude. But he got into Fortnite, and one day he called me and he's like, bro, you want to play Fortnite with me? I was like, dude, I've never fucking played a round of Fortnite. I was like, I'm gonna suck.
So I am very ignorant to what muscular dystrophy looks like and how it shows itself. So is he able to hold the controller properly? And
so his muscles are he can't control his muscles too well. So he can hold a controller, but it's not stable.
Okay, so I remember years ago, I don't even know if they make them anymore, but years ago, Microsoft, that came out with those adaptive controllers. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I wonder if does he use that at all?
No, you just
no
fucking
shit.
PS5 controller, man. He goes all out on it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, he asked me to play one day, dude, and ever since then, that's the only time I play Fortnite.
Nice.
Is when he calls me, hey bro, let's play some Fortnite. Fuck it, let's get a dub, man. Let's fucking get on it. But to answer your question, man, I play everything. I'm replaying Silent Hill 2.
I just got that this
Dude,
weekend.
Jesus
Nice.
Christ, bro.
I don't get scared. Okay, I don't. It's just like not a thing. I just
Really?
I just aged out of it. But then I started playing a Silent Hill 2, and I think it's that fucking controller making a little noise at you
Oh, yeah,
when the
radio.
monsters, when the monsters are around.
The
I'm like,
transmitter.
I'm like, what the? Why is my heart rate going up? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Bluebird did a good fucking job on remaking that.
Yeah.
And I think they're remaking 1 or 3.
They're remaking the first one, and then the original team is coming back to make F.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I'm excited for F.
Yeah.
Which comes out October, I think.
It's
that's
at some point this year.
Okay, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. But other than that, it's Call of Duty, Madden. I'm all around. So
Nice.
That's my declaration.
I haven't played it recently just because they need to patch it again. But dude, Helldivers took over my life.
I haven't played
For
that
a
yet.
good, it's so good.
I haven't played it yet.
It is without a doubt one of the best shooters on the market.
Okay.
Do you play Helldivers at all?
No.
Dude, it is, and it's only $40.
Okay.
It's cheap. I mean, there's DLC you can buy, and a lot of the DLC is actually worth buying.
Yeah.
It's just you and 3 dudes, and you kill bugs. It's like Alien mixed with Terminator. Now they just put in War of the Worlds.
Okay.
Or it's not an Alien. Starship Troopers.
Okay.
Like Starship Troopers, Terminator, War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Helldivers. I'll have to get on it.
Dude,
I just got into Ghost of Tsushima, dude.
That's a fun game.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
I never beat it, but it's very
Holy
fun.
shit, bro. Let me tell you. I
Yeah.
don't know why I didn't play it years ago, but the second one's coming out. That's why I got into it.
Oh, it is coming out soon, isn't it?
Sequel. So
Yeah, that's a very. If you like that game, you play any like Dark Souls or anything like that?
no.
So the company that makes those games made a game a few years ago called Sekiro,
Okay.
and that game is the shit.
I gotta get into
It
that
is
one.
hard. Like the learning curve is ridiculous. Like throw your controller against the wall, like real rage.
Back to
type
that
shit.
rage shit.
Yeah, but if you get the combat system down, you feel like a god.
Okay.
And the whole point is that you're this disgraced samurai, and this like other band of enemies come to take over the village or over the town or whatever. And you basically got to figure out what's going on and kill everything.
You'll have to send me a
And
link for that
I-
offline, man, because I'll forget.
And it goes on sale all the time. It is so fucking worth it, dude. It is my favorite combat in any video game aside from like the Arkham games. Like it is so fucking good.
Yeah. Okay. I'll check that one out too. Helldivers and what was that?
Sekiro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sekiro. Okay.
It's really fucking good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing, man.
Do you play video games at all?
Unfortunately, no.
So now I'm fucking disciplined.
I'm like,
what are you sitting on the couch for?
no, like for me, my decompression really aside outside of the mats is more like an outdoorsy kind of guy.
Nice.
I don't really have much access to it, but or don't have any access to it at all. But man, like I love the beach.
Okay.
You know, I love going to the beach. Man, fishing, and just island life. Barbecue.
Yeah.
That's more so like my decompression. I love to cook, right? So, man, anything I can get my hands on, anything I can try to make and stuff like that. I'm a foodie kind of guy. Man, I'm a connoisseur for coffee.
Yeah.
I love coffee, man. Like that's my jam right now. But
I've been trying to move to coffee a lot more lately. Like
Yeah.
this is my first energy drink, and I think whenever we did the podcast.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to move away from energy drinks,
Yes.
especially because I love Monster.
Yeah.
With everything in my heart and soul.
Yeah.
A white Monster, a Zen, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like that's my. And I haven't smoked in a while. Like really since probably like November or something
Good.
like that last year. I just don't know. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I just haven't gone to the dispensary. I've just been lazy. I lost my pen. Like I don't know where the fuck it went. And I don't want to go back to the dispensary. Well, because I used to have a weed sponsor for the podcast. They would just. It was funny because they're used to like sponsoring like people who love weed. Like that's their thing. And I've never been that guy. You know what I mean? And I'll take like one hit and go to bed. Like, that's my thing. And they would give me like every quarter when they would redo the contract, they would give me this like care package of weed paraphernalia and like propane, whatever the fuck Hank Hill says.
Yeah.
That for weed.
Yeah.
And I just cracked the box open. I was like, "Are you sure?" Like all of this? Like, oh yeah. And then in the next quarter we'll do that. And then I'm like, okay, I think I got through. No, I actually gave it to my chick. I didn't even get through the final quarters because I gave it to her and we got through it by April and they gave it to me in October.
Yeah.
Like, I just not that big into it. But yeah, dude, White Monster, Zen, Rip of the Pen, it's over for everybody.
Okay.
I'm the most productive you've ever seen anything ever be. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, man, you got to turn to the coffee in the mornings, man.
Yeah, so yeah, coffee in the mornings just helps. And honestly, like, and everyone who's listening to this is going to say no shit, but like, my sleep is greatly improving. Like just in the last 2 weeks, my sleep has drastically improved. So I've been off energy drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would just have them in the morning. I wouldn't have it late at night. But just even having it in the morning, I would just I would sleep okay, like not amazing, but even
sure.
No more energy drinks.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember the energy drinks too. Like besides, right, Jocko's is like filled with all kinds of shit that are fucking you up too. Yep. So
it's stuff that you can't pronounce.
All the ingredients, yeah, man. So that, I'm sure that was a factor.
Oh yeah. So what do you like to cook?
Man, what do I love to barbecue?
Okay.
Man, anything when it comes down to beef, chicken, pork, seafood. Man, amazing. But yeah, I love to cook a lot of everything.
Okay.
So. Not just like a one type of guy, but surf and turf is good.
So you're bringing a chick home. What are you making her to impress her? Do you have a wife? I don't know, disrespectful. Do you have a wife?
Girlfriend? Okay. I mean, honestly, steak, chicken, and lobster tail. Lobster
Damn.
tail.
Oh shit! Sure. Yeah.
That's his Tinder profile right there.
That's if I were to cook, but it's mainly for me. I'm a selfish guy like that.
Just get Panda Express this bitch.
Shit. But yeah, we'll love to whip up a good deal of surf and turf. A lot of chicken thighs. So, nice. Just stuff like that.
And I feel like, too, the more you get into cooking your own meals and the better you get at it, the less appealing eating out is.
Correct.
And the less appealing it is to go like, I guess it is easier just to go wherever and buy it and take it home. But, if I spend the 30 to 40 minutes at home doing the thing.
Exactly.
It's going to taste better because I know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. It's going to be better for me because I know what I'm putting for the most part. I know what I'm putting in my body for the most part.
Yes.
And it's easier on the wallet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Long term, yep.
Yeah. But listen, this has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys coming by and doing this. Before we get out of here, where can everyone find you guys on social media? Where can they find your business?
Yeah, so Instagram, officialhighspeedwarrior.com, or Official High Speed Warrior. Website's officialhighspeedwarrior.com. And Facebook, just High Speed Warrior. And then my personal page, it's A_Tagle1. And Facebook, Alejandro Tagle.
Sick.
Yep.
Yes, and for mine, I just keep it very short and simple. Mine's GBaby209. Again, I just want to give a very special shout out to my official sponsors, Official High Speed Warrior. Go check them out. And Il Chino's Meals. I
fuck with them hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever,
great company.
Whenever you go through like a hard day and you just don't have the time, or you just fail to make time, man, Il Chino's always comes in.
Their food is legit.
They always come in.
They
always come in clutch. So shout out to Ricky and Il Chino's Meals.
I had him in the podcast about a year and a half ago or so.
Yeah.
Great guy, great food. I want to build this up more and get them as a sponsor. Like they're the shit. They're good.
They're great, man. And they're nothing but like great people. So I'm very blessed to have the sponsors that I have with Il Chino's and Official High Speed Warrior. So and it's great, especially being active duty military. You know what I mean? Like it's great to just push it out, especially to my troops and everything. So you got some more inquiries coming in. So,
appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming and doing this.
Yes, sir.
Love to have back on again sometime. It's a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.
Later.
Sweet.